Star fam teamed up yet again with the wonderful Dossier, and we're going to do another giveaway. This flavor scent that we are giving away is the floral honeysuckle. You know, when I did this last time, everybody went crazy over the floral scents. So when I teamed back up with Dossier, I said, please send me some more floral scents because my subscribers really love it. So with this giveaway, we're going to be giving away the floral honeysuckle. The top notes are green leaves, orange, honeysuckle. The middle notes are jasmine, sambac, okay, tuberose, and the base notes are orris, sandalwood, and vanilla. Let's give it a try. Ooh, this is really good. It's giving, is it Gucci Bloom? I think it's Gucci Bloom. It's giving Gucci Bloom. It really is. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep You guys know when I like something, I get a little attached. But I'm going to keep this one as a giveaway. So if you are interested in receiving this free item from Dossier, which is the floral honeysuckle, which is giving Gucci Bloom, please write in the comment section that you're interested, that you want it. Also, hit me up on my Instagram, which is NikkiNicoleStar, and let me know that you want it as well. I will be picking somebody by this Friday, and I will be notifying you, and on Saturday I will be shipping it out. So if you're interested and you want to smell like a floral honeysuckle, please hit me up in the comment section below here on YouTube and on my Instagram at NikkiNicoleStar. Love you, Star fam. Can't wait to see who wins this. Trying a new location. Sorry, apologize for my step stool in the background. Trying a new location today, so let's see how that works. Ooh. Move it over this way. Yeah, I want to get that out of the way. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all so much for being here. I know we were supposed to do this tomorrow. Just a little update on me. I've been starting to have migraines again. And you guys know the last time I started to get migraines, I had to take a break. So what I'm going to do now is give myself a break in between reviews, because I think what happened was because I did not have my cable set up properly through Xfinity. I will always tell that story. The way they ruined my life for 2 weeks. Because of that, I was doing a lot of like catching up on these shows and watching like hours and hours and hours of TV shows on my computer. And I think because of that and working on my computer, it was just too much overload for my eyes. So when the migraines start, I close the laptop and I give myself rest. So today I'm also going to be reviewing Married at First Sight, but I'm going to break it up just to give my eyes, just to give myself a rest from looking at my screen all day. Hope you guys understand. Thank you so much for still being here anyway, despite the time change. Hey, Denard, how are you doing, my love? Yo, so I finally got the bread. They finally sent it to my P.O. box. I guess it got lost somewhere and they finally sent it to me. You know what it looked like. But thank you for sending it anyway. Hey, Eva, how are you? Oh, thank you so much. I actually have not had my stuff that I use for my skin. So I've been like freaking out. But, I've been doing the best I can. Some of my stuff arrives tomorrow. That's going to be a crazy day. I have a lot of stuff going on Friday. Still going to do my Love at the Lockup live on Friday night, but Friday is going to be crazy and you will see it all go down on my new channel. It's coming, guys. It's coming. But, with me needing to take a break from my computer, editing has had to stop as well, but I'll be back on track. Hey, Christina. Here for the mess. What's up, Shawanza? Hey, Crazy Home by the Girl. Crazy Home by the Girl said, haven't watched this season, to be honest, but I heard that the last couple of episodes were crazy with the Women Tell All. I'm going to do a live about that as well. I watched it, and it was a mess, girl, but I had to catch up on these last 2 episodes, so that's going to come later. Hey, Megan. Megan says Susie was set up to be the Bachelorette, but since she contacted Clayton as soon as she got home and they reconnected, the producers went in another direction. She explains a lot on the Bow Files. Wait a minute, Megan, did she actually say that? Did she actually say that? Because that would make sense if that's what she actually said. Wow, I need to watch that. Okay, Don. Hey, Donna. Donna said, I stopped watching the show like 2 episodes in, but I try to get on when I can to support and talk with our fam. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much, Donna. What's up, Al Boogie? Al Boogie said this season was trash. I forgot it was still going like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this show hasn't done great with the viewings. Real Housewives of New Jersey and the Real Housewives of Orange County will be this weekend. I'm still catching up. I just have to give my eyes a break because those episodes I won't have to watch on my computer because my DVR has been set up for this week. So the current episodes I have, but I need to watch the older episodes to catch up. So I'm giving myself a break this week. So my goal is to have them up this weekend. All depends on how my eyes are. I'm sorry. I'm like sitting in front of my window and it's so many, like it's like a lot going on with like birds. There's a red robin that parks himself right in this tree in front of my home. And there's a blue jay. So we have a robin and a blue jay. But there is like a butterfly that keeps on flying around. And you know my story about butterflies. So I'm like, is that my grandma? I just keep on looking at it like, oh. Hey, TJ said, hello, family. I didn't watch, but I heard it was messy. It was very messy. It was very, very messy. And it's just like, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Hey, Tracy. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 4 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. I know that's right, Tracy. With God, all things are possible. Hey, Tia Bia. Tia Bia said, hey, Nikki and the family. I don't watch these shows, but just wanted to show some love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. El Boogie said, y'all have a serious question. Is Gabby's mom ethnic? Like, is she Asian, Latina, Native? I'm trying to understand her face. Is she ethnic or surgical? She was a G in the finale, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think she could be spicy white, but I think Gabby is a white woman. I think she's a white woman. She did look great at the after the final rose. Oh, we will get into that. She looks stunning. Hey, Irene. Irene said, hey, Nikki, I should be doing homework, LOL, but we in here. Listen, take a break. I'm not gonna be the one to tell you to go. You know how I feel about, college and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna be the one to tell you to go back to your studies. Take time for yourself. Hey, Addie. What's up? What's up, Teresa? Teresa said, I haven't watched this season, but I love Nikki and the Star fam. Yes, we are a family. Thank you for being here. Hope everyone is having a great day. What's up, Hope? Hope says migraines are awful. I have to have an MRI for mine now. I'm so sorry, Hope. Yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible. I literally closed all, the curtains in my home and just laid down. It was not fun. Melissa says, hi, Nikki and Star fam. Swedish version of The Bachelor had 2 bachelors and the woman chose if they wanted to date both. Some women did. Oh, wow. It seems like all the international shows, are so much better than the American versions that we get here. Thank you. I'll let you know when I'm back in LA. Because I don't want you to go through that process again. But thank you so much, Denard. Oh, Adriana said the producers told Clayton that Susie only wanted to be the bachelorette to mess with his head. She was never in talks to be the lead. Who you hear that from? Let me get two more comments and then we'll get into the review because I want to talk to you guys about this. I have some thoughts, but the majority of the stuff that I want to get into, I want to have a discussion. Latrice said the fact that they are saying he did those ladies wrong is wild. I'm not surprised. He didn't make it to top 4 on Michelle's season, which is why he should not have been the lead. Rodney wouldn't have done this. Miss Brown Sugar says, I felt like Susie was chosen for and or vying for the Bachelor from jump and affirmed that during the past 2 weeks. Not convinced she's equally into Wonder Bread still. Not Wonder Bread. Ashley said, Clayton came off like a robot. No emotion and same responses to everyone. Yeah, I got that too. Courtney said, hey, Nikki, have you tried using blue light glasses? I use them to help with my migraines from screen time. I actually did, right? I got these blue light glasses from Nordstrom Rack, tried them on, and they were so freaking tight. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Looked at the packaging, they were for kids. So I gave them to my niece, and I'm still looking for good ones. I think I may just find an eye doctor here and just get some prescribed ones because I just do not want to continue to buy stuff and waste money if I can't use it or spend the time returning stuff because I don't live in a accessible area. You know what I mean? Like walkable, stuff is not close here. If I'm getting in the car to drive to somewhere, it's going to be 20 to 30 minutes. So I just don't feel like it. I'm just going to go to an eye doctor, have him prescribe me some blue light glasses and move on with my life. Move on. Oh, El Boogie said, was there a gap in filming? Because Clayton's face changed from 1 week to the Swedish trip. I didn't notice that in Clayton. I damn sure noticed it in Jesse. I was just like, Jesse was thick. Listen, I like it. I ain't got a problem with it. But he was mad thick on after the final rose. I was just like, what is the time frame of this? Something was off about the time frame. Anyway, let's get into it. And speaking of Jesse, Jesse spent the past 2 episodes, right, talking about how this is something that we've never seen before, something that has never happened at The Bachelor. You all will be shocked. You all will be surprised, just blowing this up. And then when we got to the end, I was just like, this is something we've seen before, not too long ago. This is Ari and Lauren all over again. It's just like a different version, just mixed up a bit, but we've seen this before. I thought Clayton was going to get jumped. I thought that Clayton's father was going to be like, you know what, screw you, I'm going to marry Gabby. Maybe something like that. That would be something that we've never seen before. But I'm just like, this is Ari's situation all over again. The way he kept on. You know what? I will say this. Maybe Jesse just started watching The Bachelor. Maybe since he left, he just did not watch this show. And then when they hired him, he just caught up from current. So he probably just watched Colton's season and was like, here we go. This is all of his Bachelor Nation knowledge, because I was just like, this is not nothing we've never seen before. We've seen it. Do your research. Mama, let's research. Okay. We've seen it. And I think one of you have already told me that there were 2 bachelorettes before and it didn't work well. We will talk about that later. I think I'm going to do another live for that because I'm really concerned. Really, really, really concerned. Anyway, shout out to Clayton's brother, Nate. Hello, Nate. I don't think that he was the one that slid into Teddy's DMs. I think it was the brother with the turtleneck. But what's up, Nate? What's up? We're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into that football neck. We're not going to get into his football walk and how he sat. We're not going to get into that. But what's up, Nate? Anyway, speaking of Clayton's family, I loved his family. I absolutely loved Clayton's family. Here is why I loved them. They held him accountable. I feel like this was the first time since I've been watching The Bachelor that the family has actually held The Bachelor accountable. We don't have a pilot Pete mom in this situation. His mother, his father, and his brothers were just like, you're doing this wrong. You're not right. We're not rooting for you in this situation. We're rooting for the women. When Clayton asked his mom, to like his family to meet Susie. The mom was like, well, I can't. No, not Susie. Asked his family to meet Gabby and Rachel. The mom was like, well, you just told me that your heart is with somebody else. I can't lead these women on like you. Like they were getting him together, and his father, who looked like he was fine back in the day. I see it. I feel like his father, he was just like, yeah, you got yourself in a situation and I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for the women. They were so nice to Gabby and Rachel because they had this information that Clayton was still feeling some way for Susie, but they were so sweet. They were so kind. The dad was just like, I don't envy you. Like, I would not want to be in this situation. Like, why didn't you slap him? I was just like, yes, they were not playing around with him. Like they told him what he was doing was wrong. They even told the women that they didn't like what he was doing. They're a good family. When I was watching this, you know, where were they at on January 6th? Before I get into all this love, let's find that out first. But watching this, I was just like, you know what? This is a good family for a daughter-in-law to be in, right? Because normally the families ride for the husband. Like the families ride for whichever partner they're connected to, right? But I felt like as a future daughter-in-law, maybe the Nate, looking into this situation, I was just like, this would be a family that I would want, right? Like a family, like marrying to a family like that, because I know that they will see both sides. They won't just see with him and side for him in his mess. His mother won't protect him in his mess. His mother will tell him the truth. His father will tell him the truth. His brothers will tell him the truth. So I don't feel like there's not a community that he has that is protecting his mess, right? Or stroking his ego. They're telling him the truth. That's a good family for a daughter-in-law to be in. Real talk, real talk. I was just like, wow, we've never seen this before. Very impressed. Clayton and those fake tears. He was doing this on Michelle's season, so I'm not surprised. Like when they set up that back in Michelle's season, they set up that moment for him to spend time with kids, and then Clayton got on camera, was just like, I want a family. Not a tear in sight, right? So now, after his family cusses him out, he goes outside and he's like trying to cry or whatever. Nothing can come out. He's like squeezing his eyes. Nothing comes out until he rubs that one eye. And as soon as he rubs that eye, he feels the water coming, right? He feels the tear coming. He bends over so the tear could drop and the camera could catch it. Oh boy, please. I've been clocked you. I've been manipulator. I've been clocked your tea. Not impressed. Speaking of not being impressed with Clayton, let's get into my girl Gabby. That's my bachelorette. Gabby is my bachelorette. I was in awe with Gabby these last two episodes. She wasn't on my radar in the beginning because I wanted Serene to be the bachelorette. I thought the bachelorette was going to be Susie, but I was rooting for Serene. I just really liked her family, her story. I felt like she would be palatable to a diverse audience that this show was trying to push this show too. I felt like she would be very good with that, and I felt like she did very good in her interviews with press. So I was really rooting for her, although I thought it was Susie, right? These last two episodes, I was full in on Gabby. I forgot about everybody else. I was like, this is the kind of bachelorette that I want. This is the kind of bachelorette that I want, because at the final rose, before the final rose, Clayton tells the women that he loved all three of them. Susie left. And he, was intimate with all of them, right? I thought that the girls were, the women were upset about him being intimate with all of them, but they were just like, you told all of us that you loved us. How do you love all of us? And how are you trying to measure this? You're trying to figure out which one you love the most. Like, that's when they were falling apart. I was like, oh, y'all ain't kidding? He just banged like two. Okay. Listen, different strokes for different folks. Anyway, Gabby in her confessional, she's just like, him telling me that he's trying to measure love and trying to figure out who he loves the most. Wrong effing answer. I was like, yes! I love Gabby. She is like, this is the bachelorette that I want. Like, Gabby gives me Rachel Lindsay vibes with not all of not all of the audacity, right? And I say audacity in a great way. I feel like Gabby will push to certain limits that Rachel will go beyond, but she gives me Rachel Lindsay. I feel like she's so great for Bachelor Nation. I feel like she could be the future of this franchise if she was a singular Bachelorette. I feel like we are kind of cheated out of seeing Gabby in her fullest potential with her having a dual season. We'll talk about that later, but I loved her. I was like everything that she was saying. She was just like, I need a moment. And then she clicked her heels back to Clayton. And she was just like, this is not okay. What you're doing is not okay. While Rachel is sitting there crying, collapsed on the floor, Gabby is going toe to toe with this man, telling him he is a liar, telling him he is a mess, telling him everything that he is doing is not okay. And she is not okay with it. He is wrong. And Clayton, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, don't give me your sorries. This is not okay. And I was like, yes, because you know that since I've been watching it and reviewing the show, I've always been like, you ladies can tell these men what they're doing to you is wrong. Just because they're the Bachelor and they get to make this decision does not mean that they can treat you like crap, and you have to be okay with it. So I was so glad that she was voicing her opinion. Then when Clayton got them both decided to dump both of them, I was so here for her, right? Because Clayton went out and convinced Gabby that there's still a possibility that she could be the one that he, wants to be with at the end of this, right? 2 days later, he's sitting with his family and he's just like, my heart is with Susie. After you did all of that, you ran out and got Gabby and convinced her to stay. Then she gets back in, and 2 days later, you're sitting with your family saying, oh, I have to go back and dump both of them. How is that okay? Like, how is that okay? And I hate that at the end of this, him and Susie were just like, we know that we might receive some backlash, but, this is what you do in love. No, that's not. And this show does that a lot with The Bachelor. They never give the Bachelorette this kind of leeway, right? It's always with the Bachelor, if he decides that he wants to be with somebody else, it's always, well, that's how love is, and love is hard, and you're going to have to hurt some people in it. No, that's not how it is, right? That's how it is when you are a jerk. That's how it is when you are never held accountable. Well, he's held accountable by his family. So I don't know how he has become this person, because Clayton said that all of the things that he did that was wrong was because of how the women were making him feel. So he has yet to take accountability for any of the things that he has done. But anyway, at the end of this, him and Susie are making this excuse, and I'm just like, this happens all the time with the Bachelor. It's like the guys can always be like, well, I did that because, I was in love. So you lied to 2 women, right? Ran out and got another one who caught on to you, but you brought her back in and convinced her that she had a shot. Had the both of them meet your family. Rachel is sitting up there hurt, but she's lying and putting on a show for your family because she wants to be with you at the end of this. Then 2 days later, you sit down with that same family and you say that you can't marry these women. But it's okay because you were in love and you were trying to figure it out. It's never okay. You do not have to hurt, manipulate, lie, and lead people on to find love. And that is the excuse the Bachelors always get. And it's not fair because the Bachelorettes are never given this kind of compassion. Let me acknowledge this super chat before I move on. Hey, Joseph. Joseph said, I don't watch the show. I'm just here to support you. Have a nice day. Thank you so much, Joseph. Cha-ching. I'm going to find my clicker. I promise you. I probably will find it this Saturday. We'll see. Thank you so much, Joseph. Moving on from my girl, let me stay on my girl, Gabby, for a second. First of all, this, was it a bronze dress? Whatever it was, sickening. It wasn't like it was such an amazing dress, but just the way it was draped on her body, she looked phenomenal. When Clayton came back and, collectively, as a group project, dumped her and Rachel together, Rachel, of course, collapsed. We will get into Rachel. Ooh, stand up. Of course, she collapsed and fell down. But Gabby was just like, no. Clayton was like, can I talk to you? She was like, I need a minute. And she stepped out and walked away, right? So when Clayton came in, she's sitting in the chair, got her legs talking to one of the producers. I guess that was the producer who convinced her to let Clayton talk to her on camera because she was like, I'm out. Like, no, you're not going to do this to me. I'm not going to give you your moment after you have done this to me again within the same week. This is like 2 days later, y'all. So he comes in and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just, my heart, and I have to follow. So she's like, I don't want to hear all that. She shut him up so quick. She was like, you cannot do this to me. This is not right. 2 days ago, you told me something else, and now you're here telling me something different. That's not okay. That is not okay. And then Clayton goes, well, can I walk you out? She was like, no. I love Gabby. And she meant that. She meant that. I love her. Gabby was such a breath of fresh air on this show. I wish she would have got a solo Bachelorette season because I feel like a character like this is somebody who was a lead, right? She should not be sharing space, in my opinion. Let's get to Rachel. Rachel, stand up. Rachel stood up at the end. I will definitely say that. But oh my God, every time Clayton did something to break her heart, she always collapsed. Like she was on them steps and that freaking Lex Luthor's lair where they were filming the final rose before the final rose. She collapsed. She's crying on them dirty steps. I'm like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. I don't care how heartbroken you are. Never let him see it. Never let him see it. So she's crying on the steps. Clayton picks her up and she's like, I can't believe you're doing this to me. He convinces her she's back in it, lying and faking like she's okay, talking to his parents, talking about she wants to be with him. I believe she meant that, but it's like, girl, you're still not okay from what he did to you. Then he dumps her again. Who does Clayton run after? Gabby. Runs after Gabby to try to convince Gabby. Gabby is just done with him. She don't want nothing more to do with him. He comes back to Rachel. Rachel is still sitting there, and Clayton is like, can I walk you out? And she's like, are you really going to let me leave? You're really going to let me get in that van and go? Really? Just crying and breaking down. Now, I get that she was in love with this guy. I honestly get it. But I'm like, at some point, girl, you got to get angry. And I think that after she watched it, probably sat with her family and her family, her girlfriends, and realized that she was played for a fool. So at the Bachelor Live, she was, saying her piece, getting him together. She was not for the mess. And I was very proud of her because, girl, you were weak in the knees. You were weak in the knees them last 2 episodes. But I was glad to see her in her own space, in her, finding her voice. Really standing up for herself. And that's what I wanted her to do. Speaking of finding her voice, this is not the Gabby show, but it kind of is. Going back to Gabby, on The Bachelor Live, she still held Clayton accountable. She still held Clayton accountable. She was just like, hi, it's good to see you. I didn't like what you did, and I told you there, and I'm going to tell you again in front of everyone. What you did was not okay. I didn't like it. No, but you told me one thing, and then you went back and did the same thing. It's not okay. You should be ashamed. Clayton could not get a word in. His little fake apologies, it was not working with Gabby. She's just like, I'm happy now. I found who I am. I'm all right. But what you did was not okay. And I want you to know that again. She looked sickening. Sickening. So I kind of thought that she was the Bachelorette just from how she looked, right? Because when it's a Bachelorette glow up. Hannah Brown at the Women Tell All. Come on, we could all tell that she was the Bachelorette before it was even announced, right? So when I looked at Gabby, I was just like, she has to be the Bachelorette. This is money. This is money. This is a Bachelorette glow up. I thought it was her. Then Jesse is like, you want to know who the next Bachelorette is? It's not Gabby. It's not Rachel. I'm like, it damn sure can't be Susie. So who is it? Serene? No. He announces that the Bachelorettes are Gabby and Rachel. No shade to Rachel. Gabby deserves her own season, in my opinion. I also feel like it's a cheat to both women to have to share a season, share the men. Jesse is like, 30 men are applying. What are you girls interested in? I'm like, 30 men. So are they getting 15 men apiece? What is this? I'm going to hold a lot of my opinion until I find out more about how the show is being set up. But right now, it just seems like a cheat to me. It seems like a cheat to me to both women, and I also feel like Gabby deserves her own season from the last two episodes. Her performance was great, and I wanted to see more of her on her own. And I think we're going to get cheated of what we all of the more that we could get from Gabby, because she's going to be sharing space, and I don't think that she should be sharing space or a spotlight when she's performed so beautifully on this show. And my opinion. Since we're speaking about Susie, since we're speaking about bachelorettes, let's talk about Susie, who essentially had her own bachelorette season. Like, this was her bachelorette season, right? From the clock tower date, that was just like, what? I'm telling you guys, remember, I was just like, this is not making sense that Susie out of nowhere had this, oh my God, a freaking bug. Go! I'm not killing it. I'm just moving it. Oh my God. I got to get back to the city. I got to get back to the city. Just go outside, bro. I can't live like this. Anyway, she essentially had her own bachelorette season, from the clock tower date that looked like money to the lady in red date. Like, that was a money date. That was a money date. There was investments put into that date. Two, we get here at the end of this whole thing. Clayton is spending the last two episodes where he's supposed to be finding a wife, talking about Susie, how he can't get over Susie or whatever. And, you know, how what he said to Susie was wrong, having Susie meet his parents. I will say this about Susie. I liked how in the end, she was just not okay with how Clayton treated her and how he treated Gabby and Rachel, right? Because Clayton was very nasty to her. Very, very nasty to her. I felt like he was upset because he felt like he was being played by her. Because the thing is, Susie, if it was a problem for you that he would sleep or had slept with the other two women, you should have said that before you even got to Fantasy Suites. So I get him being frustrated because, one, she didn't communicate that with him, and also it kind of seemed like you were using that as a way out so that you could pursue the Bachelorette. So I feel like that's probably how Clayton was feeling. Even if he was feeling that way, the way he talked to her, I was like, oh, this is not a good look. It's not a good look. He was like, you could have told me. No, you know what? No, you could have said something. Susie, I gave you every opportunity. I'm like, why are you getting upset with her like that? Like, it was just, I feel like that is who he really is. And I'm like, if this is how you approach conflict in relationships, red flag. Anyway, Susie is still trying to talk to him. She's now in the position where she feels bad and she's apologizing to him. And while she's apologizing to him for not telling him that she's not comfortable with him being intimate with two women before he proposes to him, like, it makes sense. Like, it's not a lot for her before he proposes to her. Like, it's not a lot to ask, right? So he gets upset and he's just like, you know what? Let me just walk you out while she's still talking. So when he went to go get her back, she was just like, yeah, you know, she was feeling emotions, but she was just like, I was just not okay how he spoke to me and how he treated me after that. I get that he was upset, but how he spoke to me was wrong. She was absolutely right. Then this manipulator asked to talk to Susie, but he wants to talk to her with his parents. Absolutely not. I love how Susie went in, met his parents. She was like, hi, can I talk to you first? Pulled Clayton outside and was just like, I'm not there. I was not okay with, you know, what went down. I need more time. And she left. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Although she ended up with the man, I love the fact that she stood up for herself, because even at the end, when he did all this proposing to her and she was just like, we pulled out that ring. This is what we could be. This is what we could be. And she was just like, I'm sorry. You're not my person. This is the end for me and you. I wish you would have stayed there, Susie, right? Because you look real weak in the knees after saying that you did not like how he talked to you, how he completely disrespected you. Then come to find out, you reached out to Gabby and Rachel and was just like, you know, what did he do? How are you guys feeling? Because he's talking to me again. And I'm thinking about, you know, I'm thinking about this. So you already knew, one, how he treated you, how he treated Gabby and Rachel. You already said that this was the end for you and him and that he was not your person. So now to be on this stage, booed up with him, Saying this out of your mouth. I was so disappointed when she said this. If there was to be a proposal again, I would be proposing to him. Really? Stand up. Stand up. Proposing to him? I'm telling you, penis is a disease. It is a disease because why are you talking like that? I was like, Susie, come on, you could just say that you just got back with the dude, but to actually say that you would be proposing to Clayton after everything that we've seen, after everything that you've seen and experienced and witnessed and heard from other women, you would propose to him? The bar is where? Yep. I said I have to say though, this was Susie's season. Essentially, this was essentially Susie's Bachelorette season. The money was poured into her, which is why I thought, and she probably had it in the bag. I do think that she was probably cast on this show to potentially be a Bachelorette, but I guess she probably still has some feelings for Clayton and decided to go after that and not the Bachelorette. This is what I want to say to any of these ladies on this show. If you are falling for the Bachelor and you feel like you may be up for the Bachelorette, if that Bachelor loves you, he will wait until your season is over, until you are able to collect your popularity, your brand deals, and your coins to then start something up with you. You're going to be 24 anyways, right? If Clayton really was the one, he could have waited for you to finish your Bachelorette season. You blew a whole bag for what? For what? Congrats. Let me end with this. 2 Bachelorettes. Like I said before, I'm not feeling it. I will wait to see what comes out about the filming of this show. It just feels like a cheat for both. Although I feel like Gabby should have her own season, I will always feel like that. I think she just outdid herself with the last 2 episodes, and I wanted to see more from her solo. I don't feel like Rachel should be cheated a Bachelorette season either, right? I feel like they're both being cheated by having to split budget, split time, split men. Because essentially, if they are in the same house, right, we are going to have women competing for men. It's going to turn into that. And it's so unfair because would you ever have 2 bachelors competing? No, but you'll make 2 bachelorettes compete. Listen. I don't want to be, the misogyny police here, but it's so obvious how different the Bachelorette is treated from the Bachelor. And it's like, it's 2022. Not can you do better? You can do better and you decide not to. That's all I wanted to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. I believe I got another super chat. Hey, Angela, thank you so much for the super chat. Ching, ching. Angela said, did you see Brandon's story after the final rose? Heck, half of Michelle's men want to go on Gabby's season. She deserves her own season. She absolutely does. And I feel like she is somebody who will give all men real play. All men will have a shot with Gabby. That's another reason why I would have loved for her to have her own season. Not saying that Rachel won't give all men play, but from the looks of her father, she ain't bringing them to hometowns. Anyway, thank you so much, Angela. Cha-ching! Thank you for the super chat. Let me make sure I got all my super chats. All right, let me get some older comments. Hey, Olivia. Olivia says, I have seen way too much Clayton support. So I'm glad someone's calling him out for how manipulative he was. He was absolutely manipulative with the fake tears and all. And even Gabby was like, watching that back, I saw that you did all that crying for you. You haven't yet to shed a tear for how you treated me. She's such a good singular bachelorette. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said Clayton was the lead for all of the reasons we're discussing now. Sorry, let me put my phone on mute. For all the seasons, silence that we're discussing now, they knew he was a lunkhead. Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long. They knew he was a lunkhead and would agree with anything they said. True. Like I told you guys before, reality TV show producers like people like Clayton, like people like Clayton in a sense where they will do whatever for the show because they know that this is going to be a great opportunity for them. Because what is Clayton going to do when the show is over, right? He's not going to go back to being, evening shift manager at Home Depot or Lowe's, right? He's going to make being a reality TV star his job until he gets a hosting job on ESPN. Like that's what he's chasing. He's chasing the bag. And unfortunately, he hurt the wrong woman trying to do it. Shout out to Gabby. Gabby's grandpa was so cute. When I get time to finish editing because I did a live reaction, I do apologize for calling that man Benjamin Button. I did not know that that was her grandfather. I made a comment and I said, why is the show focusing so much on Benjamin Button? I didn't know it was a grandfather. I deeply regret saying that Gabby's grandpa. I didn't know. I just thought it was a little weird that they kept on focusing on you and I did not know. So just a disclaimer, I'm sorry for that. But he was so adorable. And I loved how, when I finally figured out who he was, I loved how when Gabby was like reading Clayton for Filth, you could see him, tears in his eyes. Yep. Mm-hmm. He was so proud of Gabby. Oh, he was such a sweetie. Fine. And he looked like he'd been here before. He probably stay at the Essence Festival. Ciao. Hey, CB. CB said, we haven't seen The Bachelor leaving his season single. He was left standing in the rain by himself. That was first. Of course, he got back with Susie, but that was after filming wrap. Oh, so that was the first. Okay. Well, I'll give them that. I will give them that. That was the first. Okay. I'll give them that. It wasn't much the way Clayton was acting. He was not, Eva. He was not. I loved every moment. He was like, you screwed the pooch, buddy. He's like, you're on your own with that. Nobody made you do that. You did that on your own. I was like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Wouldn't you love to have like a father-in-law who gets his son together, right? Like, he loves him and will ride for his son. But you know that if his son is doing mess, the father-in-law is going to be like, your wife was right, son. Sorry to tell you, but your wife was right. Go home and fix it. That's what I get from them. Simply Simone said they did do that, Nikki, but different. They had 2 bachelorettes and had the men pick their... See? I don't like that. I hope they do not do that because Gabby and Rachel should not be competing on their season. They should. This is why they need to split it up and give them their own season. I hope they're not on the... oh, God. That's... Whew. Don't tell me no more because I'm going to get angry. Nate was the one that had the glasses. His little brother, I think, had the turtleneck. That's the one I think slid into Teddy's DMs. Donna said, all the alums were shouting from the rooftops about the insanity of this season. Anything for a check. Oh, I knew. That's the thing. Shout out to the Bachelor Rabbit Hole. When I was on their Instagram, they made a post about like all of the Bachelor alums who were saying, "Oh my God, I just saw The Bachelor. The Bachelor Nation just sent me. Bachelor producers just sent me the season, the finale. Oh my God, you all will be shocked. This is something that has never happened before." Paid. Even the Goose. The Goose responded in her comments, and he was just like, because Ben had said, "I'm not being paid for this, but I just want to let you know this is the most like craziest Bachelor season finale I've ever seen that you guys will ever witness or whatever." And the Goose responded in her comments, and he was just like, "Yeah, he's not getting paid, but when they say not getting paid to do this, that means that they're not getting a check, but they're getting paid in other ways." The Goose is letting loose, and I'm here for it. But the fact that they did that, I was just like, this is going to be lackluster. This is not going to be like iconic the way they're trying to make it seem. And to me, it actually was. Like, there wasn't anything great but Gabby for me. And the way they were hyping it up, I just felt like we would see more. And I'm like, y'all were trying to do something. I get it. Not impressed, but I am very impressed with Gabby. Absolutely. Rachel and Gabby should have jumped him. He played on their emotions for 2 more days. 2 more days. And I don't think he slept with either one of them. Because if he did with Gabby, Gabby would have said something. Rachel, not quite sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of calamity. Courtney said the way they were hyping it up at the end, I wanted my money back. Yeah, I just feel like they just put too much hype. Donna said, why did the franchise put these ex-Cole cashiers to pump up Michelle's season like this? Tells me everything I already knew about this franchise. Yeah. Latrice said, it makes no sense. I feel like Susie wanted to be the Bachelorette. Why did you need to leave in order to decide that you wanted him? I honestly think her feelings got in the way of her bag. I think she really, like, Susie going back to Clayton, to me, I think that's the real thing. I think that is her really, really liking this man and thinking, you know what, I'll do this season, but will I really find somebody at the end of this? And will Clayton still be available? Yes, girl. Yes, girl. You should have did the season. You should have had your own Bachelorette season so you could have your own brand, so you could have your own name, so you could have your own financial independence. Now you're just Susie who went back to Clayton. And this was a lackluster season. You could have had your own season and had your own ratings, had your own relationship with the network and with the producers of the show. Like, so what are you going to be on another Bachelor podcast? Yippee, girl. You could have been a Bachelorette. Hey, Sarah. Sarah said, I love Rachel as I said, Sarah, not Ari. Sarah Peters said, I love how Rachel asked the most important at the end and he still lied. He lied to those women to sleep with him. Oh my God. Thank you for reminding me of that. Rachel, I leaped out of my bed when she said that. She was just like, so I need to know. Did you tell me that you love me just to sleep with me? I was like, oh, I would have expected this from Gabby, not Rachel. Very proud of her when she said that, because guys, you know that I am always like, you can ask them that question, especially after fantasy suites and this dude sends you home. Every woman could be like, why did you sleep with me then? If you knew that I wasn't the one, why did you still have sex with me? If she was your future, if she was your person, why did you lay down with me? You can say that, because Lord knows Rachel was so lovesick with that man. Lord knows what she did. Ciao. CB says Susie put Clayton through a lot before she took him back. A lot of final choices have just taken a Bachelor back immediately. Very true. Listen, I wish Susie would not have taken Clayton back. Listen, Clayton's probably a great guy. On the show, you just were not. I got to be honest, bro. I don't like this. That happens, right? I will say I did like how she put herself first. I absolutely like that. I absolutely loved how she was just like, I needed to feel safe, and I didn't feel safe with him at that point. So, she did enough to make sure that she felt safe. But I will say, although she didn't take him back immediately, what is being said, they had like 3 months of footage to show, like at the end of this. So I'm like, did you wait a week? Like, I don't know. Something is just a little weird here. Something is just a little weird. He absolutely did that. And Rachel was still crying over that man. She's in a better place now, but still. He ran after Gabby twice. So I'm like, was Gabby the second choice then? Because even Gabby said that. Gabby was just like, you're telling us that you love us, when really we're like the second or third choice in your heart. Ugh! Ouch! Ouch! Me too, Denard. Denard said, yes, it was very clear that Rachel loved this man. I was glad she found her strength at the end, because that girl, she couldn't even speak. She was just crying profusely. And I was like, oh, stand up, sis, stand up. Fifi said, stand up, Rachel. Up. She came prepared for after the final rose. And what the hell is that? Child. She came prepared for after the final rose and was like, look here, Playboy. Yeah, she found her voice, and I was happy for her. I was very, very happy for her. Very, very happy for her. It would be nice to see some guys from Michelle's season on Gabby's season. I'm sorry, there is like something flying and it seems very huge, and I hope it's not. I hope it's a plane and not a bird. That would be it for me. Hey, JK, I'm actually done with the review. I'm just talking to you guys at this point. But listen, we've been chatting for a minute. You're right on time. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. Now listen, let me talk about that. Fifi says, Nikki, yes, I thought it was Gabby, but after everything that happened, it made sense to give it to the both of them and try out two bachelorettes for the first time. I get that, right? Because after everything that happened to them, they absolutely deserved their own season, not together. Now, my understanding is it's a joint bachelorette. I hope not. I hope that it's Gabby's season first, then Rachel's, then we take a break, because what is it? It's, oh shoot, we got to have Bachelor in Paradise. So, okay. Oh no, do we have Bachelor in Paradise after a bachelorette season? I think it's okay. So I think we can do, what is it, March? I think we can, if it's not already filming, wrap up this show, start premiering it in May, wrap it up in, July. Let us have Bachelor in Paradise 2 weeks after that. You can even give it to us in August. Give us a break, September, October, November, December, and then come back with The Bachelor January 1st or January 2nd, whenever they do it. Why don't we just do that? Because we could have Gabby's season could start, what is it? She could start like the second week of May. Then we could have Rachel season start the second week of July. And then we can have Bachelor in Paradise in the summer in August, lead us all the way in until early fall, and then get out of here until January. And I think that's enough. Like, you have milked your consumers for that amount of time. You'll rack up a lot of money. Take a break, enjoy your life, start filming in January or whatever, start filming in the fall or whatever for The Bachelor to give us a season in January. It's very doable. It's very doable. It's going to be a lot of work, but because you two couldn't decide, because the agents, not the agents, the producers or whatever couldn't decide on who to pick, then you just have to put that work and time in, because I don't think this will go well for the show if Gabby and Rachel end up competing on their show of The Bachelorette. I just don't think it will go well for them. Hey, Linda. Linda said, I heard the producers told him during that break that she is being considered for The Bachelorette, so his mindset flipped, which is no excuse because the producers be messy. Who told y'all that? I mean, it's believable, but this is the second time I'm hearing that. Malake says, Susie is acting like it's her job to teach Clayton to be a better person. Couldn't be me. Absolutely. Absolutely. She must have really loved him. She must have really, really loved him. Sarah says, production didn't make him say he loved the other women to manipulate them to sleep with them. He can't blame production, right? He can't. He just cannot, because at the end of the day, production was not there in that room where you slid little Clayton into those women. You did that. You did that. You told them you loved them and had them do all that stuff to you. And then, told them later that you were thinking about somebody else, but you still want them to stay. And then 2 days later told them, no, actually go home because I really don't like you like that. You did that though, Clayton. You can't blame the show. You cannot blame the show. Even if you do decide to blame the show at your big age, people are going to be like, you a grown man. You can say no. No, that's why I talk about these reality TV shows. And I know that, these people have fans and they're like, oh, but she was going through this and she was going through that. I always say, nobody is forcing you to sign that contract. Nobody is forcing you to audition for this show, to come on this show, to play out this role. They cannot do that. All they can say is, oh, well, we'll go with somebody else. You made the choice to audition for the show. You made the choice to accept the call. You made the choice to sign that contract. You made the choice to sit down with the producers and play out this season. Now, when it gets to us, the viewers, and you don't look as favorable as you thought you were going to look, now it's, oh, production did this, production did that, production did this. Really? You're grown. This is not the Disney Channel. The MMC kids can say that, and we will believe it and feel sympathy for them. Grown adults who are literally coming on this show to lie to the viewers, their fans, to fake storylines to the viewers, their fans, to the people that keep their lights on, to the people that buy all that mess from Shein that they are giving to selling to them full price, getting commission off of. You are making that choice as a grown adult. So don't play on the fans when it don't go the way you want it to and start blaming production or this and all of that. No, stand up, stand in it. I wanted the bag, I wanted the fame, I wanted to be known, and I wanted to get out of working at Forever 21. So I did this. Do I regret it? Absolutely, because now look how I look on TV. If I could have done it again, if I could do it again, I would do it differently. But I made those decisions. I said those things because I wanted to manipulate the storyline in this kind of way. Now, this is what I was doing when it got to editing. A totally new story happened out of that. I am still responsible for the things that I said and I did, but you won't say that, right? You'll play on your fans and their emotions, and you'll be like, oh, well, they made me do this and they made me do that, because you don't want people to know that you are putting it on for TV. You want them to believe that this is who you are and this is how you feeling, and you are a victim and all of this stuff, because people buy into sympathy more than people just being honest and raw and saying a check is a check. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. Clayton cannot blame production at all. Although I wouldn't put it past him, because the way he blamed the women, if you watch the last 2 episodes, I binged them. So I saw this man, every time he got a chance to talk about his faults, say the women, because Susie said this, or Gabby did this, and Rachel felt this way. And so because of this, and this, I did this. Because they did this, I did this. Not accountable for anything. It's always, well, I said that I loved you because I knew how much you loved me. No. I said I loved you because I wanted you to stay and finish out the season, because it's looking like I'm not going to have anybody at the end of this. Because what he did was lead them on until he knew he had Susie locked in. Because, guys, the way this is being edited is probably not the way it was filmed. Right? So he's probably running after them because he don't think he's going to have anybody at the end. But when he locks it in with Susie and talks to her, and Susie probably makes him feel like she's going to be there at the end, then he's ready to send them home. That's what he did. And he's been able to get out of it by saying, well, I did that because I was in love, and I did that because she was my person. That's not okay. Like, we do not care. That's not okay. Hey, Keisha said, love that I stumbled across this live. Oh my God. I was thinking there's no way he'll ever have a shot with Susie unless he gets rid of the other two. I'm sure that's what his mom told him. Absolutely. Absolutely. The mom was just like, listen, if this is who you want, you got to set the mother free. You can't keep on leading them other women on in hopes that Susie will come back. Cut it off. Oh, wait. Sarah said, I wish they would have stuck to a female host, especially since with the wait, what's going on with the host? We're not going to have Tay Tay and White Tay Tay back? What's going on? What is going on? Hey, Simply Simone. Simply Simone said, can we talk about how the show had Cassie? Oh my God. I cannot believe I did not talk to you guys about Cassie. Let me finish out this comment. Can we talk about how the show had Cassie on the alumni panel? They didn't enable Colton's behavior. They must have paid her good. Absolutely. Listen, Cassie looked phenomenal. look phenomenal. But this is what I'm saying about The Bachelor, right? We haven't heard from Cassie in years. The last time we heard from Cassie, she filed a restraining order against Colton because he was stalking her and putting tracking devices in her car, right? The next time we see her, she's on this panel on Bachelor Live, and like we're not asking her anything about what she went through or the fact that the man that she was going to marry, who she ended up breaking up with, who ended up stalking her, who has since come out and is now engaged to a man. We're not going to talk about none of that. There's so much that happened with her. I didn't care. I don't know what she said. I did not care. I'm like, oh my God, Cassie, girl, what's the tea? Like, I could not believe that we had her on there and none of that was asked. She could have been on there by herself and they could have said, listen, Cassie, we the show want to apologize to you. We saw some things and we did not support you in the best way that we could. How are you doing since everything has happened? Where are you and Clayton Colton at today? He just got engaged. He came out. How do you feel about that? He just got engaged. Where it's like something. Like, I wanted to know about that. Y'all got her commenting on this lackluster season. I hope the check was good, Cassie. I hope the check was good because you deserve. Hey, Amirio. Amirio said Joe Millionaire did have 2 bachelors on there, so maybe that's what they'll do for the Bachelorette. But Joe Millionaire, it's men, right? So the women were competing for them. I'm telling you, if there's 2 bachelorettes on one season, they will be competing for the men. And they will both start to feel insecurities about themselves as the guy that they like the other one better. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's what I feel like too, El Boogie. El Boogie said, I'm telling y'all, they spent the money on her because she was the pick, but Clayton needed the publicity fix, and the fan loves Gabby too much to let her go. Susie will get to lead in 2 years or so, probably. That's what I'm afraid of, Megan. Megan said, I'm happy for Rachel and Gabby. With that said, the producers are going to try to cause drama with their friendship, and that's exactly what I'm afraid of. Exactly what I'm afraid of. Me too, Miss Liz. First of all, I didn't think it was her because of the shoes. The shoes were just, I don't know. The shoes gave me ethnic. I'll just be honest. I was like, who was this light-skinned sister? I'm like, who is it? And then the catwalk, and then Susie walked out, and I was like, I will say, this was the most diverse audience I have ever seen at any Bachelor Live, right? I told y'all that I got the audition for that. But I haven't done background work in years. So it went to an email that I rarely use. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, because I would have did that. I would have done that. I think it was like $200 for like 8 hours. But I would have did it. I would have did it just to get the tea. So now I have the alerts on. So if I ever get that again, I will make sure I am in the audience. Because first of all, this audience was performing. It was, they were giving it. I was here for the audience, the audience in the background. But I will say, when Susie walked out, the audience was like, oh, nigga, sorry. I'm trying to let this bug live. But he keeps on coming back. I'm so sorry. Let's block that out. That never happened. Ashley said there were 2 guys. Oh, we got that one. Hey, Keisha. Cha-ching. Thank you so much for the super chat. Bree53 said everything was done before. I don't know why they made it all seem so unprecedented. Yeah, that was Jesse. But I honestly think that Jesse just started watching the show back again, so this was like new for him. Hey, Abio. Abio said having Gabby and Rachel share a season after dealing with that is like when they tried to make Peter and Katniss kill each other in the Hunger Games. Very true. Very, 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 very true. Angela, thank you so much for the super chat. Cha-ching. Angela said, one last chat. I hope the Bachelorettes have different pools of men. Let Gabby and Rachel host mentor the other Bachelorettes' journey. I would love that too. I don't want them in the same, I just don't know how this will work. I don't want them in the same house. I don't want them to see each other's men. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. JK Knight said, I heard the producers had Susie planned all season. When it wasn't Susie and she went back to Clayton and Gabby was Clayton. Gabby was Bachelorette all throughout airing, and that the last second they decided to do a joint season. Terrible. Terrible. What's up, Crafty Beach? Hey, Sarah. Oh my goodness. Shout out to all my Irish subscribers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the reminder. Do I have anything green to cook? I have potatoes. I gotta get some stuff. I gotta make some. Oh my God. Oh, I do have something I could make green. Yes. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Sarah said, is Gabby hyped up because she dated Dean back in the day? He mentioned her on his podcast before we saw her. I can so see Gabby dating Dean. I can so see Gabby dating Dean. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, that's going to drive me crazy. Fifi said, we've been waiting for a casting interview for years regarding everything that happened. And now she just pops up randomly and we don't talk about it. Like, okay, we're just going to act like that never happened? Fine. Jules said, you know what's hilarious? Nick Val, the horniest horn dog from the franchise, didn't sleep with multiple ladies when he was a bachelor. Oh, really? I thought he did. Oh, no, it was Matt. Matt was the one who was busting it down on everybody on the show. That's what I think so too, Sarah. I'm concerned. It's Kima. Can we finally talk about it? Can we finally talk about it? Y'all were so, not y'all, but like, there were people in my comments who were, what y'all call yourselves? Zasia stands. Y'all would fight me for that. But I was just like, this woman is pursuing this man. She is pursuing Zach on her season, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's Kiva said, the Bachelorette always competes for the man. Still mad at Tay courting that man and still have no idea what he did to show her he deserves her. Period. Period. Hey, Donovan. Donovan said, so many leads sleeping with multiple people during fantasy suites is why so few relationships work. The contestants remain close post-show. Imagine knowing your man slept with several of your friends. Absolutely. It's weird. If you already know who your person is, don't sleep with anybody in the fantasy suites. Like, it's weird. It will not last. It will not last because although the woman is like, oh, I'm so happy we're engaged, she's going to start thinking, don't let her have some time. And she's just in the kitchen. She's probably making a milkshake, cooking, cleaning the dishes or something. And it just hits her that he slept with 2 other women before he proposed to her. And that's going to become a problem. It will always be a problem. Listen, this is what I have to deal with. Can y'all see it? Like, I'm in the woods, y'all. I'm in the woods. I finally have become used to the deers, but everything else, it's like, I'm getting an exterminator. My family was like, you're doing too much. I'm like, absolutely not. I have the lawn care specialist that I'm working with. He has he's also going to be doing like outside maintenance for rodents and insects. Because listen, it's still considered like the wintertime here. I don't know what spring and summer is going to bring. And if this is what I'm dealing with in like the winter time, I don't want to be shocked come spring and summer. So I'm doing what I have to do. So he's going to be doing outside work on the lawn in the back and in the front. And then the rodent pest control that I'm dealing with, they're going to be doing inside and around the perimeter of the home because I just can't. Like, I want to be happy. I'm not happy. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I am astounded. This place is such a blessing, but I'm a city girl. I'm a city girl. Sorry, mom. Oh God. Hey Addie. Addie said, can we talk about Clayton having less followers than the women? What? Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Even Matt James is at a milli. Oh my God. Y'all really did not like this season. Wow. I didn't think it would have been that. Listen, 273,000 followers is not small by any means necessary. But for like the Bachelor and Bachelorette, it's small. How much? Let me see what Gabby got. Let me see what my girl Gabby got. Let me see what my good sis Gabby got. What's her last name? Oh, I think I found her. Yes, yes. And she'll definitely be at a million by the time her season comes on. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. Looking like a little Fashion Nova hoe. I love it. Yes. I love it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Jules, they do. They do. Dean has a type. Dean has a type. But they don't need to be they don't need to be competing. And I loved her on a Women Tell All. That'll be another live because I got to get out of here. I'm going to take a break. And then I'm going to do Married at First Sight. But Rara said, and everybody tried to play Claire for saying that she hated the guy. Now she seems wise. I love what she said on the Women Tell All. She said, if I'm not feeling it, then I'm just not going to fake it. And the women were just like, well, you kept on saying that you could have just, left. And she was like, yeah, I was drunk and I wanted to have some fun. So I stayed around a little bit longer. Listen, Bachelor in Paradise is going to be good. Clayton had some really great women on his show, some really great women for reality TV. They were playing some good characters, and I think that's only going to get better with Bachelor in Paradise. Claire, I heard that he was banging everybody on that show, but it was in a rumor mill. It was in a rumor mill. Let me get two more comments and then I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, Shonda. Please like the video and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Guys, I'm so close to 14K. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, we're so close. Denard said, so pretty. Oh, thank you. I can't wait for what it looks like because I've never seen it with like all the greenery. I can't wait to see it. He said, so pretty. We have bug sprayers come every month to spray because the bugs here in Colorado in the summer is rough. Yeah, I'm going above and beyond. Above and beyond. Fifi said, I'm not sure if Tasia is taking a break or completely stepped out. Yeah, guys, who has the tea? What's going on with Tay? I'm like, she just disappeared. And did any of you give me the tea on what hosts we're going to have for the season? I think it feels like they might keep White Tay. I think they might keep her. I don't know what's going on. I'm so concerned for my girl. Please let me know what's going on with Tay. Oh my gosh. I'm so concerned. Absolutely. There was no question that he was blowing out Piper's back. No question. Remember when she was doing her confessional and he just like walked up behind her, grabbed her, and started kissing her neck? I was like, oh, okay. And Piper was like, I gotta go. He blew her back out. Oh, I got a Venmo from JLB. Oh, sorry, y'all. I put my phone on silent. My group chat was blowing up. Me got a Venmo. What a Venmo? Thank you, Jamie. Oh, JLD, thank you. Said, hey, Nikki. Hey, Star fam. I'm being extra and letting y'all know it was my birthday last week, Jesus year. Yes, Pisces gang. I know that's right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, JLB. Another Pisces. My God, today, my life is full of Pisces. Both of my sisters are Pisces. Oh, if you guys have been with me for a minute, you know I hate March. I hate it. It's the brokest month for me. December and March are the brokest months for me. December because of my birthday and Christmas, okay? And March because of my sister's birthdays. They both do this whole thing, Pisces. You Pisces, they both do this. Oh, I don't want to. No, it's fine. Like, don't make a big deal about my birthday. No, I don't want to do anything. It's fine. 2 days before their birthday, oh gosh, I want to go to Honolulu. What are you talking about? Oh, I want to have dinner at Mr. Chow. With who? Who paying for that? Like, come on. They do this all the time. And it sucks because normally I'm financially prepared for March, but because of this move, so much money has went to like moving is like this kind of move is very expensive. And I did not know. I did not know that this was going to be so financially taxing. Getting the coin back up, but my God, today. So normally I'm financially ready for March. I'm not financially ready for March. So I'm like, oh, come home and, I'll make a big feast. I'll cook you a dinner just for you. It'll taste like Mr. Chow. Girl. That one shot, but happy birthday, JLD. That one shot said, I just love that Rachel asked Clayton if he was falling in love with her just to get some good. I'm happy she said that. Is he the host of The Bachelorette or The Bachelor? Because I don't like that. I don't like that. Why is a man leading a woman through this journey? I hate how they do The Bachelorette. I hate how they do The Bachelorette. I hate it. 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 Oh my gosh, Jesse is the host. Do y'all really like these reviews? I don't know if I can continue to do it, guys. This show is getting on my nerves. It's starting to hit me like Basketball Wives hit me. It like the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City hit me. I'm like, why is a man leading 2 women through this journey? This show, I know it was created by a man, but that does not mean that it has to be male-centered. I'm so sick of this. Only a man would make 2 bachelorettes on one season. Only a man would think that it's wise for a man to guide 2 women or even 1 woman through the journey of finding her husband. Like, I like Chris Harrison as a host, still do. I'm not excusing anything that he did. I'm just talking about the job that he did. But I always thought that Trista should be the one who is taking the bachelorettes through the journey. Why not have the most successful bachelorette that you have ever had help these women find their person? What are y'all doing? Miss Gigi said, hey, Nikki, I was on the meeting when you got on live. Now I'm watching the courtship and decided to check. And you're still live. I was watching The Bachelor by accident this week. Shout out to the courtship. Not only am I reviewing it, I'm also doing a collab with my good friend Miata. If you do not know her, you probably do. But just to let you know, she's the drive time genius girl and my really, really good friend. And we're going to be collabing and doing something with that soon. I'm the holdup because I just have a lot happening. I told you guys my stuff is finally getting here. Half of my stuff is getting here, and I have to take care of that tomorrow. And then it's just so much stuff happening. So I'm the holdup. But next week we're going to be doing both. I think we got like 3 collabs happening. My God, today it's gonna be a busy week, but the courtship is still in play. All right, I did say I was going to get 2 more comments to get out of here, but then we started talking again. This always happens. I can't believe Jesse is the host. Hey, Caitlin! Caitlin said, oh, God. I feel like I'm responsible. I should have been on it. I'm so sorry. And why did this come on later? They canceled it. Oh, no. I do feel like it was better suited for Fox. Oh, no. Damn it. It's my fault. I should have been hyping it up. I should have been hyping it up. Oh no. Hey, Lisa. Lisa said, coming back for the replay, y'all. Thank you for being here. Yes, she's drive time genius. Oh, she is stunning. Stunning. Oh, darn it. I'm gonna talk to her today and see if we're still gonna do it. Because, like, who's watching the USA Network? You know what? Let me not say that, because then I say that and then I get on the show on the USA Network. And I'm like, hey, guys, I'm going to be on the USA Network. So, yeah. Oh, no. Thank you. Oh, no. I love that show. I believe Caitlin. Caitlin know all the tea. Caitlin and Simply Simone be giving me the tea. Oh, no. Damn. I wanted that to do good. Anyway, thank you, Shonda. Shonda said, please follow Nikki on Instagram. Please, my Instagram is NikkiNicoleStar. Love you so much, fam. Thank you for joining me. I am going to give my eyes and brain a break, and I will be back at 6 p.m. for Married at First Sight. Olajuwon. I kind of knew he would be this guy. I was hoping he wouldn't, right? But yeah, we'll talk about it. I love you, fam. Thank you so much for joining me again. I know this is a different time for my West Coast people. No, I think this is it? Oh, it's 12. Is it 12 or 11? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll figure it out. Let me get my bearings right. I will figure it out. But thank you all for taking time out of your day to spend with me. It means a lot. Please make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the video, give me a comment so we can interact in the comment section. I'm going to get out of here, put the timestamps into this video, give my eyes a break, and then I'll see you later for Married at First Sight. Love y'all. Bye. Oh, is that the butterfly still? Hey, Grandma. Love you. Oh, 12:35 for the West Coast, folks. I know that's right.